cooperation with India for Airbus started 40 years ago with the delivery of the first A300, in 1976. And from then on, we have moved from strength to strength, both from a market perspective as well as the footprint point of view as well. So last year, what we did is we took the strategic decision to create Airbus India, or full form Airbus India Operations Private Limited, because India is a strategic market, as you said, and also it's a strategic market, country for us for the footprint as well. Why are we creating Airbus India, and why are we creating it now? The whole idea here is to improve our governance, to have clear governance for all the Airbus operational activities in the country, and Airbus India will act as a one-stop shop for our customers, partners, as well as stakeholders in the country. Moreover, what it will also provide is that it will provide a solid foundation for us to grow in the country. If you want to do a joint venture or acquisition in the future, then that gives us the necessary framework for us to move forward. And Airbus India will be spread across Bangalore, Mumbai and Delhi. Mumbai and Delhi, mainly the customer-facing operational activities. So going back to the cooperation projects in India, our cooperation in India is called as the Airbus 6 Pillars of Cooperation. Probably some of you know this already. Our first pillar of cooperation is engineering. Okay? In engineering, in 2007, we started our own captive center, and that's based in Bangalore. We do high-end design and analysis activity in this center, and this center currently has about 350 people, including our subcontractors who are co-located with us there, and it'll grow to 450 in the coming years. The second pillar of cooperation is the training. That is the maintenance training as well as pilot training. On the maintenance training, we provide the maintenance training ourselves in-house. And in the pilot training, we cooperate with CAE and also with Interglobe, and I'll talk to you about that in the coming slides. On aerostructure design and build, that's our third pillar. This is where we have made actually good progress. In the last 6 to 7 years, we've slowly but steadily worked with a lot of companies, and we do a lot with them as well, which I'll show you in the coming slides. The fourth pillar, which is engineering and information system services. This is an area, we started our first work in this area in 2007 and 2008, and we have established strategic partnership in this area as well with a couple of companies in India. The fifth pillar of cooperation is R&T. On the research and technology area, we are initiating projects with universities and national labs like Indian Institute of Science and NAL. We are in discussions with them on R&T projects. But what I would like to highlight in that pillar of cooperation is that we have set up an Emerging Technologies and Concepts group in India. This was earlier called as Innovation Cell. It started about 2 years ago. And we have a team in Bangalore, and we also have a team in Toulouse and in Hamburg. What does that actually team do? They look at innovative ways of doing things. That is, they look at other sectors, whether it's telecommunications or IT, look at the innovative ideas, and then bring them to aerospace, and then try and see whether they could apply that across our aircraft programs. Sometimes these are disruptive technologies as well. What I'm proud to say is that the person who is heading up the center in Bangalore is the person who is heading up for Toulouse and Hamburg. That is, globally, he's heading up the Emerging Technologies and Concepts group within Airbus Engineering. The last pillar, there are a lot of other initiatives, and I clubbed that into other Airbus initiatives. MRO, we don't do MRO ourselves, but at our parent company level, there are several MRO initiatives in the country, but we are committed to set up a partnership in the country to have MRO for Airbus aircraft in India. In terms of the SPAS Center, again at our group level, we have set up a joint venture in Mumbai for SPAS for the Airbus A320 aircraft program as well. That's up and running at this point in time. In terms of university partnerships, we have several university partnerships running, and I'd just like to highlight one of them, which is called the Airbus University Board. And the whole purpose of that is to collaborate with universities around the world, both in order to do research, try and work out on projects, and in general, to really bring the industry and academics closer in terms of the curriculum, the aerospace curriculum. In India, we've chosen to partner with Indian Institute of Science. And on a different note, what we also do is we partner with Indian Institute of Management. We've sponsored a chair at Indian Institute of Management for supply chain management, and we also sponsor research projects, PhD students, to work on topics which are mutually beneficial for IIM Bangalore as well as for Airbus Group. The next point I want to highlight is Aerospace Mba. Probably you've already seen the press release we made this morning. What Airbus is doing here is it's not only working with aerospace companies in engineering and manufacturing, but also what we are doing is we are cooperating in the field of aviation education. So we are sponsoring Toulouse Business School to set up Aerospace MBA in the country. That'll be the first Aerospace MBA in the country, and they will partner with Indian Institute of Management to do this Aerospace MBA from next year onwards. If you need more details on that, we have a press release. If you have not taken it, please, you can collect that at the end. Lastly, we also have an India Biodiversity Program. This is something which we work with the local community. I will talk about that in more detail. What I will do in the next 10 slides or so is to talk about the first 4 pillars of cooperation in more detail. Engineering. As I mentioned earlier, we have our Airbus India Engineering, which is based in Bangalore. And in this center, we work across several aircraft programs, even though I show an example of A350 there, but the work which we do are across different aircraft programs. We work in areas like avionics, loads, system simulation, structures. The reason why I'm highlighting them is to say this is not an IT center, but this is an engineering center which works on engineering activity, which is what we do in Airbus.